So despite the fact that you're feeling very comfortable and relaxed, we're going to change all of that tonight, because tonight is all about you coming out of your comfort zone. Give a very, very warm welcome to Brendan as he comes to share his story.
Something really bad has just happened to us. How we talk to each other, how we talk to ourselves, how we regroup was going to be hugely consequential to our campaign. This was the first real disaster that we'd faced on this race. Because it was going to go one of two ways. We could either carry on talking to ourselves like we had done there, this is unfair, you know, what have we done to bring this on ourselves? Or we could see it as some kind of indication that we'd reached the limit of our capability, start questioning our inability to sail this yacht to its potential. Or we could sort of put our growth mindset hats on and, you know, see this as an opportunity to grow. But it involved us having some difficult, some challenging conversations. But we made a vow to each other that day, sat there on the deck of that yacht, that we would only learn the hard lessons once.
So let's now introduce our next inspirational speaker for tonight, Maggie Alphonsi.
I'm a former athlete, and the sport that I used to play is rugby union. I've represented my country 74 times. I really want to talk to you about creating a winning mindset. And one day, my PE teacher, she had a black eye and bruises, so I was kind of intrigued by this. So I said, "Miss, why have you got black eye and bruises?" And she said she plays a sport called rugby union. And I was like, "What is this sport you call rugby union?" Not in that posh accent, I come from North London, you don't have that accent there. So I was like, "What is this sport you call rugby union?" And she said, "Look, I think your behaviour's so bad, this might actually sort you out." So I went to my local rugby club and I gave the sport a go. And I absolutely loved it. For the first time, people were saying, be aggressive, be strong, where at school I was being told, don't be aggressive, don't be strong, you're hurting all of the kids, you know? 2014 came around, my England team, we got to the final again, thankfully against Canada. And we won. So a quick picture of my team.
Our final speaker this evening, it's Ed Stafford, who is an explorer. That's one way of describing Ed.
The plan was really, really simple. I was going to leave the Pacific coast of Peru, walk up and over the Andes Mountains, find the furthest source of the Amazon. It's a nonsense term. There's clearly loads of different sources of the Amazon, but there's one that's further away from the mouth than all the others. Walk pretty much the full length of Peru through the southern tip of Colombia and then right away across Brazil to the mouth of the Amazon. Logistically, it's pretty easy to do. You keep the river on the left-hand side, you keep walking downhill, and 2.5 years later, you end up at the Atlantic Ocean. The end of the expedition was utterly amazing. Like, we hit this beach and ran down the ocean. We both instinctively grinned at each other, shrugged off our rucksacks, and legged it into the ocean. And unfortunately, we also started holding hands as we ran into the ocean. And I just thought it's typical, isn't it, the one day that the world's media is looking at you and you're skipping into the ocean with your new Peruvian friend.
When you absolutely hit bottom, absolute rock bottom, what was it that got you out of that place to continue?
Yeah, find your why. Why do you do what you do? That usually drives you, I like to think, out of difficult times.
When you see someone really struggling, you know, with something inwardly or outwardly, then you know, everyone bands together and sort of rallies around them. So it was really the team that sustained everyone.
I quite like the Winston Churchill quote, you know, if you're going through hell, keep going. Nothing ever stays the same, does it?